Right, what's up, yins, guys? I'm gonna do another video. Since I already did a video about another thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do this video because I'm still hearing about it on the news. Yeah, about the fraternity guy that fell headfirst down the steps and, of course, got killed and all that. And I'm gonna say in that too that if it wasn't the one guy, that guy could have been just one of the other guys, and one of the other guys could have been the person that died. You know what I mean? So, my thing is, why don't they substitute some of these drinking parties to something else? I mean, don't get me wrong. Sports and some beer and food, like you want to have a whole bunch of food, snacks, chicken, ribs, different things, and beer, with a sports party. That's fine. But this crazy ass over drinking, they're going too far with it. And I'm thinking, why don't they do something athletic as a fraternity and a fraternity initiation instead? I mean, what is so great about all this drinking? It's going further and further, and people getting killed, and I think that there's no need in it. What is so cool about it? I mean, I like to see it be replaced with something else. I mean, well, hell, with my videos, I make and endorse and I borrow from some other stuff. I may not be a college fraternity person, but I got a small group, very exclusive. I don't even put in videos, and but I'm eventually was going to venture into putting in videos, depending on if anybody wanted to be. But I do some training as some people. We hang out, and there's a few of me around that do some of the things I do. I do it like a fraternal organization, and I want to see it grow. Or it evolves around other kind of things that are athletic, like bare knuckle push-ups. But there is things like it out there that are athletic, whether it's some kind of athletic art or martial arts or some kind of thing, or some kind of strength arts, or whatever it is, and it can be fraternal. And the one who people prove their thing, I did things, based on, I studied the Persian, Iranian zircon, which is ritualistic, and there's a lot of things that are athletic and warrior, like if you want to do it for sports, that you can do fraternal and ritualistic, and I'm a kind of a scientist and study that, what I mean, and do some stuff for fun. I mean, I've even looked at, unlike when I was back in school. I mean, you see majorettes, in your high school and parade. I never went to the pep rallies or anything as a kid. I don't know, but I was blown away by a lot of the things that you see on the internet now. Amazing what they're doing with the majorette, the baton. There's even competitions where I kind of mix it with some of the stuff I do for construction jobs. You can pick up either hammers or steel bars, that used for masonry, concrete work, or for post digging. And like you have a Persian zircon mixed with weighted objects like mixed with Indian club, mix it with baton art. So you want to take something like majorette baton, make it a solid or steel, and do the gestures and raise it, hand straight out, crank him forearms. And I thought that a couple of videos, my older videos that I made, not to brag about myself, that I put a picture of majorette repeatedly doing this, and then take two cut in half, sawed in half, 45-pound weightlifting bars, or you can take the ones that are shaped like that are maybe 10 pounds lighter. You saw them in half. And I did my own version, like the zircon, but mix it with the majorette, so you can make it where women don't have to be the weightlifting women and get all those muscles and be buff if they don't want to. They can use something that's like no heavier than, say, your crowbars or whatever, but you want to make something that create something that's shaped like a majorette baton, and paint it gold or silver. And what I would do is say you get people that are big like the football players, right? Do those gestures, right? But maybe saw your weightlifting bars in half. Do something, a sports like ritual or anyway, and maybe, I don't know, some kind of juggling of some kind of torches or clubs, which you got guys doing it now, but I wanted to extremize it or whatever too. But I don't know, I'm a ritualistic and kind of person that I'm trying to make this so that I don't get on and on too much in the video, but I do something athletic and challenging and ritualistic that way instead of this crazy ass drinking. What's the fuck is so great about that? I don't know. I think it goes too far. I mean, if people don't have to get hurt, they have to die, and there's a potential you can ruin your life with it, and then, yeah. I don't know. I remember this country song I heard on the radio. I don't know what country music guy sang it. I don't remember, but he had this funny lyric in there where he said, "Yeah, went to college, majored in drinking and girls, and we thought it was funny till we ran out of money, and then they kicked us out into the world." No shit, they're gonna curse and shake their fist when they see my obituary. The student loans will. Yeah, the student loans will be cursing and shaking their fist when they see my obituary because, yeah, I owe a large amount of money with different kind of computer graphics classes, and you're never gonna get all that paid up too, So that's another thing too. Gonna do all kind of shit like that. You got to make sure you don't fail in the classes too, because as it is, you got to really be careful what you take and do research on what you take in college and get done, and don't jeopardize it with anything, because you're going to be paying. My point is, you're going to be paying for that. And whether you land a good paying job or not, that's going to be in your face for the rest of your life pretty much, too. Or whether you get credit, get consolidations to pay it off, debt is still going to be in your face, Unless you start a business and it's successful, and that's what people hope to do, but you know what I mean? But I'm wondering, I don't know, my proposition would be cut the drinking and do something more sports related and athletic, But I know it would almost be like I'm siding with the Alpha Betas in the Revenge of the Nerds movie, you know what I mean? Well, don't be like that and hate the nerds, but do something more, I don't know, ritualistic and sports related and athletic that people get into. Something that's challenging and hard, but don't break any bones or hurt yourself permanently either. But I don't know. I just pitching something there. Do something else. I think people are getting too crazy with that getting drunk and getting high stuff. I mean, it's up to the individual watching this or any other video or seeing what's going on in news. Like how fucked up the world is getting it, and then already. Do you really need a whole society that's going to keep doing more and more of that shit? And just because they're legalizing marijuana recreational some places, does that mean you got to be a fucking sheep and follow along with it? And if you don't like a religion or whatever, but yet you're going to run to the almighty daddy that provides you the high, like at your daddy. Nothing should control you. And even if you lose your friends, I think it takes more guts to say fuck marijuana, I don't need it if I'm not sick and I don't need it, and fuck pills, fuck meds. And you know what? If you don't follow the crowd. You went with the legalization of marijuana. Not that I'm attacking in any way, but that if you're not a sheep for them. See how many friends you get. In some cases, if you lose your friends, you can say fuck you to them and succeed some kind of way and do well. Hey, you could say, I don't fucking need you, your drugs, or your this or that, or your parties, if I am plotting a plan to succeed and be doing well, and rebel and go your own way. Or try to get some friends together to do something else, and maybe, I don't know, that'll empower each person and kind of build them up, and might say, oh, well, you know what, this is kind of fun, or But yeah, I'm going to stop this video before I go on and on about politics and religion and crap right now. So yeah, that's for another video if I decide to make it.